Hi guys, this is Sylvester. So in this part of the course, I'm going to be teaching you on how to generate and create a low or no content book. So these low content books can be sketchbooks, can be coloring book, it can be log books, it can be exercise books, it can be accounting books, it can be anything that has spaces for people to fill information for. So if you're providing something like a gym book, you're going to be doing something like time, day, present, excuse, those type of stuff. And that is what you're going to be treating in this part of the course. So that I've heard some people are more interested in creating sketches, children's book and all. So in this part of the course, this is what you're going to be discussing. What we are going to be talking about is how to create these books, where to generate interiors, how to design the covers, the measurements of the covers, and how to upload these books. So this is going to be like a short part of this course, but it's going to give you a clear view of what you're supposed to be doing if you're creating a low or no content book. So I want you to please, just like I've been saying throughout the course, go throughout the course, finish the course once, and then on your second round or on your third round, you can now start implementation. And this is because there are things you will learn from video A, and then the video B could be the completion. But if you don't see that video, you'll be confused or you start asking questions that are already being answered. This is going to reduce frustration on your own side and our own side, because we answer some questions that are obvious because some persons have not watched the video but they want answers immediately. So please, let's make a quick search for Amazon types of low content and no content books, so that you see example of what I'm talking about. So it says here there's plenty of different types of low content books, but the most often are the workbooks, log books, activity books, coloring books, daily planners, calendars, journals, diaries, right? So these are some of the low content books. And if you look at these books, you will see that the content aren't much, mostly just make one page and then you duplicate it as much as you want to, right? And then you package it and you sell. So we just make a quick search for Amazon low content book bestseller, and then we click on search. By the way, I'm using Chrome browser, so you can also use Chrome browser if you're doing this, or you can alternatively use Kiwi browser. So I've made a search, and let's come down here and see what we have. Okay, just for this tutorial purpose, let's just go with this one. Right, so when I click low content books, this is what is going to be showing me. So let me convert this to a desktop so that we can see more options. So I'm going to be clicking on this particular sign here, these three dots by the top, right? So when I click it, it's going to bring down this option now. And then this option, we're going to be clicking on, let me show you, on desktop site, right? So I'll click on desktop site. It's going to load this way. I'm going to zoom in. Right here it says deliver to Nigeria. I want to change it to another address, so I'm going to click on it. Right, it's going to load my location, so I'm going to type another zip code 9001. Right, I'm going to click on apply. You can see this you can see this apply button here. So I'm going to click on apply, and then it says I've changed my location to United States, right? So I want to say the US market. So I'm going to click on continue. It's going to reload the page, and then I'm seeing what I want to say. I'm going to skip all these ones that say it's sponsored, right? All these ones that say sponsored. So I'm going to click on let's make a quick search so that we don't uh let me go to books. If you click on Kindle store, if you saw what I clicked on this Kindle store, right? So I'm going to click on it, and then when it drops down, I'm going to find books, because most content or low content materials are books category. So I'm going to click on books, and let me look for logbook, right? So let's say logbook, and then I'm going to click on logbook. So when it searches logbooks, you see example. I mean, there are a lot of them. You can say that this has over 80,000. So the trick here is for you to niche down, right? It could be logbook for accountants, it could be logbook for managers, it could be logbook for startup who are under 5 years. I mean, you know how to niche down. Find a particular audience. That is what research is about. I'm going to also show you how to do research for low content books. So let me see how this looks. You can see that this is, says a 7 column logbook to track income and expenses, debit and credit, inventory and equipment, others, vehicle maintenance. I mean, this guy is just basically playing with keywords here, right? You can see that it sells for $6.99, and then the hardcover sells for $14.99. It has 120 page, right? 120 page. What else do we need to know? Let's scroll down to product details, and you can see the measurement of this book, 8.5 by 11 inches. You can see extra categories. Is number 7 is self-employment, number 31 in office equipment and supplies, number 104 in home-based businesses, right? So let's see what this book looks like. I mean, you can actually see the interior here, but let's see if we can have a peep inside. So I click on look inside, right? And I'm going to scroll up. This is the first page. So this is how this book looks like. No number, right? You can see this one is number, date, description, account, uh, debt, credit, balance. I mean, this is what this guy took his time to actually work on. But the main book, this is actually just showing you um, how your donation logbook looks like, visitor logbook, daily activity logbook, timesheet logbook. So if you're somebody who wants to do a timesheet logbook, you can actually take this thing here and write it here, right? That is what I think the idea behind this is. So you can see this person just basically did this one thing, and then duplicated it in 120 places. I mean, it's that simple, right? This, if you sit down, this could take you, say, 10 minutes, 20 minutes to do, and then you're done. You upload it. So this is example of a logbook, right? Should we look for another one? So I'm going to close this and I'm going to go back. Let's see if we can look at another type of a low content or no content book, right? So I'm going to look for a coloring book, a coloring. What am I typing? I'm going to look for a coloring book, right? So I'm going to zoom in for kids. Let me look for kids from age 4 to 8. So when I look for kids from age 4 to 8, I'm going to skip all these sponsored ones. And then I can say that this is a bestseller. This is a unicorn coloring book for kids age 4 to 8, right? So I'm going to click on it, and then let's see how this book does and how it looks on the inside. Because I mean, sometimes people take their time, sometimes it can be as easy as ABC. It's just for you to actually know the format of what you're doing and then play with keywords, play with description and all. So you can see that this book is 102 page. So we can see here 102 pages. You can see that this book sells for $4.99. That's like $5. When I zoom in here, you can see that it's still the same size with the previous one, right? It's still the same size as 8.5 by 11 inches. You can see it's number one in children cartooning books, number two in children painting books, number two in children travel game books. So when I click on look inside, zoom in, and I click on look inside, let's see how this book looks. I have one of these books, sketchbook, as a free bonus for you guys in the course at the end of the course. So please make sure that you listen to this particular section of the course very, very well and attentively. So I'm going to actually scroll up. Why is this not zooming out? So this is just what this is, right? Just put pictures of animals, unicorns, different types, and then leave it like a white and black something for someone to, I mean, the name is 4 to 8. The book is meant for 4 to 8 years kids, so they can just come play with colors. Maybe this thing that looks like droplets of water, they can play with it and change the color, paint the eyes, the nose, the legs, and everything. So this is an example of a low or no content book. And in this course, this is what you are going to be learning on how to do, how to generate, and how to publish it. So I hope you pay attention, and I will see you in the next lesson.